King Frederick of Denmark has achieved everything he could ever dream of, except his brother's love. King Frederick and his brother Joakim are constantly at odds with each other. The fact that one lives abroad while the other resides in Denmark doesn't help. Joakim, in particular, never ceases to tease his older brother, as evidenced by a recent interview last year. Joakim and Princess Marie of Denmark decided to start a new life away from home. They both embarked on a new journey on the east coast of the United States. Joakim works at the Danish Embassy in Washington, while his wife takes care of their 2 children. Is it a fresh start or an escape? That's the question. In September 2022, Queen Margarth, who was still reigning at the time, announced that she was stripping Denmark's 4 children of their princely titles. She informed her son of this decision just 5 days prior. The pain still runs deep, as expressed by Marie in an interview with the Washington Post. We weren't happy about how it happened, but it's a family matter. It's complicated. Their children were stripped of their identity. Her husband, too, remains disappointed by his mother's decision. However, unlike his wife, he tries to look to the future, emphasizing, "We move on." Sibling rivalries happen in the best of families, even among royal figures. In Britain, there's William and Harry. In Denmark, Frederick and Joakim. The prince and princess became a count and countess. This is a fact that Joakim and his children have had to come to terms with, even if it takes some getting used to. As Count Nikolai said in an interview, Prince Joakim is against the rest of the family. Behind palace walls, life is bubbling and has been for a long time. Shortly before the proclamation, there were even rumors that Joakim's eldest sons were allegedly not invited to the throne succession. Joakim himself arrived, albeit without his wife Marie, but left the following day. Palace representatives say this was a real scandal, as Nikolai and Felix are close family members, albeit not playing a significant role in the line of succession. The fact that they were absent from such a historic event could be seen as a clear sign that the relations between Frederick and Prince Joakim have long been considered strained, although they were once very close. Only 3 double 7 days separate these two, a good year that diverged their lives in completely different directions. While Frederick is the king, Joakim always lags a few steps behind. Their childhood and youth once united them, but their parents were often absent, and they were raised by nannies. Frederick and Joakim initially attended a public school in Copenhagen in the 1970s, and, in 1982, as teenagers, they spent a year at a boarding school in Normandy, France. This was a difficult time, especially for the reserved Frederick. In the 1980s and 1990s, Joakim was more popular among the Danish people than his brother. Roles have reversed compared to today. Frederick was considered shy, whereas his brother enjoyed being in the limelight. Today, Mary and Frederick are considered the Danish royal family's dream couple. In the 1990s, it was different. Joakim and his wife Alexandra dominated the gossip columns in a positive light, while Frederick was perpetually lonely and played third wheel. But then came Mary, the Australian storm who injected glamour and cosmopolitan spirit into the royal family. Joakim's role became less significant, especially when he divorced Alexandra in 2005. He never managed to regain the popularity of the 1990s. The brothers are rarely seen together now. In 2019, Joakim and his family moved to France. In 2020, Joakim and Marie informed Danish media that the choice of their new place of residence was not of their own volition. In the summer of 2023, the family relocated to Washington, D.C. What are your thoughts on this? Let me see them in the comments. Thanks and have a nice day.